I ain't ever been jealous of nobody. I haven't. I'm not gonna lie. I can't be jealous. And I'm not trying to sound messed up or whatever. I'm not gonna be jealous of somebody that's oddie body. I'm not gonna be jealous of somebody that has hatred in their heart. I'm not jealous of other people. I don't want anything that anybody has, especially if they're headed to hell. I most definitely not. I most definitely have nothing to be jealous about. My mom and dad raised me right. Even though I chose to go my own way and, you know, take some of what they said and heeded to some of what they told me, you know, some of the things that they have told me or whatnot. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm like sleep deprived, so like I'm not really making sense on this, like all the way. But yeah, like I have never been jealous of nobody, and there's nothing that I want from it that anybody has, because I really believe that, you know, when it's your time, it's your time. That's what I believe. And a lot of y'all got to see me get blessed on live. And so the God kept me through my homelessness and stuff. Even if people's not helping me now, I'm not homeless no more. He helped me all the way through. That's something to be very grateful about. So, I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, I don't want nothing nobody has. I want to be me. I want to stand out, and I've been standing out, and I want to continue to stand out. I don't want to be a follower. I've always been a trendsetter. It's not going to be any other way. We were called to be fisher of men. And we're supposed to shine our light on others. And I have not been doing that. And so that's why I'm trying to correct my behaviors and stuff, because I could have used my platform. I mean, I did use my platform to help others. Like, a lot of people came to me and said I helped them, but I could have used it in a better light of when people were bullying me, to set an example at that time to turn the other cheek, like God said, and I did not. So, I mean, I feel like that's why a lot of y'all are judging me, because of the way that I responded. And then I claimed to love God. And honestly, at that time, I told y'all, like, y'all can support me, but, like, based off what the Bible said, I wasn't being a child of God and stuff. Like, I never deny any of that. And don't follow me. And don't follow me, you know? Because at the end of the day, we're not going to be there when y'all got to answer and stuff. And nobody's going to make me stop talking about God. I know right from wrong. I was raised right. Sometimes, like I said, I mess up, and so do you. And we just gonna keep moving forward and progressing. That's all. God bless you. Nope, I haven't talked to my children since December. Moving forward, having more babies that are taken away. Okay, well, bye. You can get out of here, because you keep repeating yourself. That has nothing to do with you. This is my body. You're acting right now. Okay. Hey. The world is discernment. No, everybody don't have discernment. Everybody don't have that gift. No, they don't. Would you be prepared if they give them back? Yes. I'm stable now. And yeah, I will be ready. I will be ready. They have everything that they need. Is she oddie body? Dang, LOL. No, for real. Keep your head up. Protect your peace. Thank you. Nothing on it, for real. She don't even show her daughter. You said nothing on it, for real? She don't even show. Who you talking about? Me? Thank you. No one can judge you at all. But people, that don't mean that they ain't gonna judge me. But it's okay. They're gonna be judged too. Nobody perfect at all. Oh, well, she used to have her on the page. I don't know. I don't be on my sister stuff. Ever since we fell out, I don't watch her. I don't go stalk people looking for trouble. Cause I could care less, you know. And that's why she's trying to use my kids, because she knows that I don't care who I fall out with. I'm not going to kiss her butt. And I guess she thought that I was going to do that if she did this. You're never going to shake me or move me. It don't matter what you do. It don't matter if this is permanent. You're not going to shake me or move me. Because at the end of the day, when my kids get older, then they can find out from family members, because my family has seen for themselves. They'll hear from me and other family members what actually happened. Then they can go from there. They know their mother loves them, and I'm just leave it at that, you know. There's not a doubt in their mind that I love them. Someone can seem happy, but who really happy without their parents? Be for real. Her daddy voluntarily gave up his rights. And it's funny because I just saw his Facebook, and people was telling me how he was talking crap about me on Facebook, and then like her birthday had just passed recently, and he talked about, I'm so sorry that I didn't do enough or whatever, and I gave up. I just didn't have no money at the time. First of all, if y'all go watch his page, you telling me you haven't had money for almost 2 years, and then not only that, you flexing nothing but money on social media. You sound dumb. And then they offer him a court-appointed attorney. He said, no, I got my own attorney. Then he told me, to be honest, I ain't gonna do the services. I ain't finna do all that. That's what he told me. When I begged him to get our daughter before this even happened, before DHS even had to get involved, I was trying to keep DHS out of this stuff. I asked him for help. I begged him for help. I ain't never asked this nigga for nothing, because he been an inconsistent father since day one. If y'all go watch on the page, we done got into it so many times, because I didn't know like who I really laid up with, because I was young and stuff. I messed around with somebody I had no business messing with. First of all, he was way older than me. I was 16 at the time. He was 19 years old. I didn't know he was that childish, and he a gangbanger. At the time, he was a drug dealer. He was going to jail for drugs and stuff like that. I did not know all of that. Had I known all of that, I would have been really careful with who I had a baby with. You know, when he went to jail, he stopped being a good father. He was a great father until he went to jail. After he went to jail, he just was weird. And he talked about he wish he regretted. Boy, even then, my sister was letting him, even when courts was going on, he relinquished his rights. I guess him and her agreed to relinquish it. She said, hey, if you relinquish your rights and I get Brielle, then I'll let you still see Brielle. Okay, she was letting him see Brielle, and he stopped being consistent. So then my sister stopped letting him see Brielle. That's what I was told. And he talking about he could have worked on it. Boy, you cared about the girl that was jealous of your daughter, that called your daughter B words and stuff, and you laying down with her. And she don't want you to have a good relationship with your daughter, because everybody assumed that he had a great relationship with Brielle when he was being a deadbeat to her as well. But everybody was jealous of me because they felt like he was his favorite child, because that's all y'all see on his page, really. If you go look till now, this is all you really see on his page. And so they was jealous. And then she would think that he gonna mess with me again, because when she would be funny, I would mess with him. I ain't gonna lie. But that's only when I was single, though. But anyways, she didn't want him to be around his child. So she sat there and went to court with him to go relinquish his rights. Why would you want to go lay with a man that voluntarily gave up his rights when you got like 6, 7 kids, girl? Bye. Now he gave up his rights. He did. I did stop talking about me and my sister. What are you talking about? I did. I did leave it alone. I did leave it alone. You're making me mention it. I'm not even talking about her. I'm talking about my baby daddy. And that's just nothing. That's something I have not addressed and been not addressed because it's very ignorant and I know what it really is. But that is a question that everybody was asking and stuff. Does he have to pay child support or your oldest or no? Since he signed, when they sign their rights over, they ain't gotta pay child support. Ain't that crazy? But if you get terminated, you gotta pay child support. When I was the only one trying to work hard to give my kids, none of the daddies tried to work hard. Both daddies gave up their rights. And they trying to request that if this go all the way through, I gotta pay child support. When I've been supporting my children since they've been born. And right now, I'm forced to not be able to provide for them. But they can walk off scotch-free. Ain't that system just corrupt? Which I don't mind doing for my kids, but I don't feel like I should have to pay the state and stuff because the state get a portion. What do I need y'all for to support my kids? I don't need y'all to support my kid. I don't need y'all to help me to support my kids. There's other ways that I can give money to them. I don't need y'all to do that. They just be ready to take people money and stuff because they get a percentage if it go through them. That's what greed is. No, he just was a sorry daddy even beforehand. That's why I had full custody. If y'all go look, he kept saying, oh, I never had full custody. Y'all can go look that up online. That I had full custody because I was proving that he was an unfit dad when she was a baby and stuff. I think she was like 6 months or a year. I can't remember, y'all. But she dropped them all to my parents' neighbor's house while I was at work. I told him I couldn't get her because like he agreed to get her and stuff. So I came in to work. You know, he knew I had work or whatever. He just dropped her off at the neighbor house and it was a man. And we didn't know the neighbors. And so I'm like, where's my daughter? Where's my daughter? Where's my daughter? And he like, I dropped her off at the neighbor house. I'm like, what neighbor? So I had to call the police, call my parents and stuff. We all looking for her. Neighbor go knocking like, hey, I got your granddaughter. I hurry up, get off work, head there. And from there, I ended up getting full custody. I had took him to court because no. So they proved he was unfit for that. And then when he didn't like what I was telling him and stuff, because I was trying to tell him to be a good daddy, be a better daddy and all that, or else I was gonna put him on child support and stuff. Because at the end of the day, he would be like, if you put me on child support, you're a bum. No, you're a bum for not taking care of her when I literally take care of her full time. Like, no, you're gonna help. You can call me a bum, but this bum finna get some money, okay? But I never end up putting him on child support. But I'm just saying, like, he was just, oh, you a bum. He's just very childish, very ignorant, and very evil. And he's a very mean person. Like, he mean, like, in general, not just to me. Like, he mean. Like, if you a girl and you try to talk to him and he don't think you look, it don't matter if you look, he gonna be mean to you. He ain't that mean to me, but he is mean. Your boys with family, I hope they're together. So not all my boys know. So for those who be wanting to know, like, it's crazy that they tried to say that I was selling myself when I never ever did that ever in my life. Like, where would y'all get that from? Then they found the picture on social media. I guess I'm assuming that it was my sister. Ooh, I said I wasn't gonna talk about her, but anyway, somebody said that I sold my, and they was trying to use that in court. And so I had to do something so uncomfortable and show them my body parts to prove that that was not me. And then they show my baby daddy while he's in jail trying to make him angry. Like, it's like they wanted to see if he was going to do something crazy, like trying to put my life in jeopardy or whatever, saying that I was doing that. And I ain't ever did that. It was crazy. This whole thing has been crazy. I just can't wait for it to be over because at the end of the day, I've been lied to this whole time. And now I'm starting to know. Thank you to ChatGPT and stuff. But I found out, like, this whole time, my mom been trying to see my kids. Even when the case was on and we was trying to figure out our rights and stuff, they told me, caseworker told me, this the highest courts. Because I said, oh, can we go to the Oklahoma City state courthouse or whatever? Because to me, that's the biggest courthouse down here. You know, I'm like, can we go down there and see what we can do with all this? Because, you know, this stuff ain't right. And we need to know what's going on, because the current judge is denying stuff that I feel like we have rights to and stuff. She gonna say, oh, this is the highest courts or whatever. So, like, when it come to your kids, they can't override this court. And I'm thinking that's true. Me and my mama thought that was true. I just found out on ChatGPT that he is not the highest courts with children. The next highest is appellate court. Then from appellate court, it's Supreme Court. So the whole time we could have went to appellate court to avoid these babies being in DHS. I just wish I knew all this then. Just me grieving and being homeless at the time, and my mental health not being the best because people was harassing and stalking, and then just what DHS was doing to me. Like, my mind was not clear and not, you know, like I was trying to do the best that I could, and I did do the best that I could. But like, I don't know what made me just even trust them when they were already being dishonest, and they proved to me they were dishonest several times, and for some reason it just went across my head. Oh, well, this one, she was first my